This is a list of 7 things that you might have missed this week. The last one is pretty hard to have missed, but I'm still gonna save it to the end just because I want to start on a lighter note. Let's get started. Something that caught me by surprise, mostly because I have not thought about this show in so long, was the cancellation of Caillou. Now, if you don't know what Caillou is, it is a show that airs on a kid network called PBS Kids. The first episode actually premiered back in 1997, and the last episode premiered back in 2010. Since 2010, it's been on reruns. It's originally a Canadian show. I grew up watching it here in the States. Apparently, parents are not a fan of Caillou. I was watching a Buzzfeed video of moms explaining their hatred towards Caillou. I'll link it down below because it's actually very entertaining. But yeah, I did not realize how problematic Caillou apparently was. But now looking back at it, he does have a very whiny voice. He does not deal with his emotions well. I understand that he's only a 4-year-old kid, but it does seem like his parents, grandparents just kind of let him get away with whatever temper tantrum he's throwing. So I can definitely see why parents are not the fan of this, because their kids are going to watch this and think that that behavior is okay. PBS Kids announced through Twitter that they are no longer going to be airing reruns of Caillou. So that's the end of that chapter. If you thought things were really weird back in 2020, 2021 does not seem to be any less weird. This week, a rumor of Kanye West dating Jeffree star emerged. Now, if you don't know who Kanye West is, I don't know how to explain that to you. He literally ran for president back in 2020. Also, he's married to Kim Kardashian. Well, were married because apparently they're filing for a divorce. So that's a whole nother story on the side. If you don't know who Jeffree Star is, he is a makeup artist. He has a makeup beauty channel here on YouTube. And that's like the quick explanation. Like, if you really want to know who Jeffree Star is, I'm not going to send you down that rabbit hole. You can do your own research if you want. Like I said, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are going through a very public divorce right now. And for some reason, that led to a rumor that he is dating Jeffree Star. Lyrics in his rap songs, things he's tweeted about, where Jeffree Star and Kanye West live, like all of these things were compiled to make people think that, like, hey, the reason why he is leaving Kim Kardashian is because he cheated on her with Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star did address the rumors in his YouTube channel. The video is like 23 minutes long because he couldn't just say, no, they're not real. Of course, he has to make the video be long and kind of drag it out because he has to get, you know, those views so he can get that money from being monetized. But yeah, he has denied these rumors, so seems like that's the end of that. Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos was dethroned as the world's richest person on the planet, and this is according to the Bloomberg's Billionaire Index. So since 2017, he's been on top of that list, but this week, none other than Tesla's founder himself, Elon Musk, now claims that title. It's mostly due to a spike in his stocks. All of these are just words to me. I honestly don't follow any of them like that, but it is a thing that happened this week, and if he's been holding on to that title since 2017, that's a pretty huge deal, I think, so I thought it was worth including on this list. The Weeknd revealed what his new face looks like, and it looks like this. Oops, wrong face. This is actually what The Weeknd looks like now. I personally have not followed The Weeknd, so I didn't realize what his album cover for his last album looked like. His most recent album is called After Hours, and in the album cover you see him with kind of like a beat up face and blood coming down his nose. For his VMAs performance back in August, he also took the stage with that same look. And then for his AMAs performance back in November, he actually had bandages all over his face, and it was all leading up to his most recent music video, which came out this week also. In the music video, you see The Weeknd with a brand new face. So it's like a process of it, like a story that he's telling. Think of Lady Gaga when she would commit to a role, and like no matter what performance, what award show, what appearance she did, she would stay in character. That's basically what he's been doing since the release of his album. Don't be afraid. All of the work that you see done to his face, it's not real. They're all prosthetics. My next story is an update on a story that actually happened last month. I wasn't even aware that this story had happened until something happened this week that brought it into the spotlight again. So last month, Miya Ponsetto, who was 22 years old at the time of this recording, got into an altercation with a 14-year-old boy at a hotel because she thought that he had stolen her phone. She confronted this teenager. Her dad actually recorded the whole incident and accused her of racial profiling. The young boy happened to be black. They tried explaining to her, we do not have your phone. She insisted that he had stolen her phone. There's video surveillance on top of the recording that her dad did. You can see her confronting him, yelling at him. At one point she falls down on the floor. At one point in the video, she tackles the boy down to the ground because she was very convinced that he had stolen her phone. Turns out that she had actually left it in an Uber. An Uber driver went back to the hotel and returned it, so the hotel staff gave her back her phone later after the whole altercation happened. Of course, and understandingly, the family was very upset that they had to explain to their son why he was attacked and why she was so convinced that he had stolen her phone when they tried to explain that that was not the case. The reason why this story is relevant this week is because she has actually been arrested. She has gone into custody for the whole altercation, and it's not only for the altercation that happened at the hotel. Back in February of last year, she actually got in trouble for public intoxication at a hotel, and then later in May of last year also she was arrested and actually got a DUI. And yeah, that's something that happened this week to Miya Ponsetto, being arrested for attacking a 14-year-old boy with her being 22 years old, which that itself does not make any sense to me. A grown woman tackling a teenager over a phone. I just don't understand. Next on my list is something that's going to lead into my next subject, so it's going to be this one, then the other one. Joe Biden has been confirmed the winner of the presidential election again. Not like he won a second term, but it's been confirmed again that he won. But this time it's been confirmed by Congress, so that's that. I don't know who needs more confirmation after this. Like, it's like, boom, done, Congress said so. That's that story, and that's gonna lead to my final and last story, which I'm sure you all saw coming. That would be the breach at the Capitol building this week. I'm not gonna get into many details about this one because I honestly want to make a separate video. I just have not had the energy to do it. I'm very mentally drained with everything that's going on. I don't want to make a video based off of emotions. I want to take my time. I want to deliver the facts and then deliver my opinions based on those facts. But if you were not aware, Congress was supposed to confirm if Biden did indeed win the presidential election. And because this was going to happen on Wednesday, a bunch of people that supported the current president that we have right now came to DC to have a rally to fight off Biden's winning. They started coming on Tuesday. A whole bunch of altercations already happened on Tuesday before Congress even got together the next day. So we already knew what route this gathering of this current president's supporter was going to take, and it did not seem like it was going to be a peaceful one. The following day, the current president gave a speech in front of his supporters, which resulted in them getting, really fired up and ready to let Congress know that they were not okay with him losing, basically, and they decided that they were going to breach the Capitol. And the thing that I don't understand about this story happening is that a bunch of regular people managed to go inside a building that's supposed to be heavily guarded. But like I said, I don't want to get too many into details. That's something that happened this week, was the US Capitol being breached. See, like, even talking about it right now, all of these emotions just come flooding back in, and it's very hard to talk about it without speaking through emotions and not just these are the facts. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I presented some news that maybe you didn't miss out. I know for me personally, the Caillou one was very entertaining to learn about, and so was the Weeknd story. Let me know which of these stories surprised you. Let me know of any stories that you think I should have covered, and as always, thanks for watching.